Hello, and welcome to Two Beards Podcast. You have chosen to come here today and listen to us. For what reason? I don't know. But I'm receiving a textual message of such sorts.
I feel like if you're gonna go ASMR, you gotta go like here.
That's a nice noise. I like that one. This is
That's
fun.
good.
Alright, well, this is what we do, and
It's gonna be great for the audio listeners once again.
fantastic. Video
You're
listeners, you're like, das fuck are they fucking doing? We don't know. Right? We don't?
Yes, we do. We're here to talk about, so welcome to our podcast, which we talk about Fast and Furious, Star Wars, and drink some beer, and then we talk about it later on, but we'll probably talk about it first, because, like, we only have one of the beers, and, yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That would covered it all.
Nailed it. Very well, mind you.
Yeah.
They did a great job. Sometimes I forget what we do here, and that really encapsulated everything, I think.
What are we drinking?
Today, we're drinking Kettlehouse's ColdSmoke. I couldn't remember the brewery name. They're from Montana, and this is not a coffee porter, which some of you might think. It's a Scotch ale, allegedly. Haven't tried it, so we'll be the judge
Doesn't
of that.
it look like a porter?
It does. You are correct in that.
See, that's all I was thinking about. But I was wrong. I admit it. Scotch ale with
cold
Hig?
fig?
Coffee? Hig.
Fig.
Hig.
Hidge.
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 Hijimitsu coffee added. There you go.
Higaga-e. They're probably also from Montana. Can't confirm. It's pretty good. It definitely tastes like a mixture between a porter and a Scotch ale. It has like the very smooth, light body of a Scotch ale, but has like the more bitter, hoppier, and coffee-like notes of a lot of porters do.
It's got like a really interesting, crisp aftertaste.
Yes.
Almost like a Pepsi. It's got a bite.
I would agree with that adjective. Bite is a good way to put it. But it's very crisp bite. It's not like very sour or
No, it's not sour,
bitter.
fruity, or bitter. It's got like a very caramely texture, almost like a soda,
Yes.
cola,
Agreed.
if you will, and it has that same kind of bite to it. It's interesting.
Very relatively light carb. You know, almost feels nitro-like, but definitely has like the creaminess of like a nitro pour.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. I like it. So, we're also accompanying this beer with some whiskey.
Like what whiskey is it? Buffalo Trace whiskey.
There
you go.
You heard it here first.
Never heard that anywhere else before.
I don't think I've had this before.
Now break that down.
It has a very sharpness up front, only to what could be categorized as bourbon.
Nailed it.
And then the after notes mellow out into a more bourbon-y feel, you know? Yeah. So
bourbon layered with some bourbon after notes. Aftertaste is
good bourbon foundation.
some bourbon as well. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it's the beer, but definitely picking up on some Nilla.
Some Nilla.
Oh, you almost fucking racked yourself, dude.
That almost destroyed me.
That hurt.
Just
sliced it right off like a saw blade. That would have been an interesting.
Yeah, we should use
podcast.
saw blades for our coasters.
I agree.
That'd be a good addition to the
Fucking
podcast.
hardcore as shit. I'm down. We could just nail them into the table, right?
You could do.
Yeah, and then they wouldn't move, and everything's good then. I think we
It's
should.
really expensive. Desk would totally withstand that.
Yes.
Solid.
It is a form of wood.
Is it?
It has something around the outside that is not wood. I don't know what's in the middle, to be honest.
Some kind of IKEA composite? Well, hopefully not, because you've broken one of those before.
It hurt. Let me tell you. Getting a bloody nose. But it might have been my knee. I don't really remember.
Yeah, I don't think you didn't fall on your face.
Kinda. It was a mixture of... My knee hit it real hard.
You fell onto an IKEA coffee table. Not tail.
I was in a cocoon, okay? I couldn't help it. I tried to brace myself.
And then knee straight into it. Hero smash. Breaking the coffee table in half.
I just remember texting John, like, I'm never getting in a cocoon fucking again. He's like, what the fuck happened?
And what the fuck is a cocoon?
Well, I was cocooned in my blanket. I grabbed my blanket and I did a 360, so I was all wrapped up in it and all comfy and warm and never did that shit again.
It's really cold in Southern California.
Fuck off. Grow up. I mean, it gets cold when we set the AC to fucking 67. So, or 58 some guys would do.
I did a thing and I removed
I saw that
our
when I walked in.
stands.
It looks great. It could roll. That's wonderful. Not as fast in reverse, which checks out. That's very realistic. It's good. That's nice. I like it. Oh, I just doing my buttons down here. Can't worry about me. Yeah, that's nice. It looks good. It's not teeter-tottering on a weird balance beam now.
You'd think I was way ahead of myself this week and got all prepped. I actually did that right before the podcast. So
yeah, that's what I figured actually. So,
yeah,
but it's done. So
it is. I put about the most minimal effort I could. I got my drill and stuck a bit in there, and it fit and unscrewed it. And if it required any more effort than that,
would have left it.
Wasn't going to do it.
I understand. That's good. Well, good picking a great drill bit. Things are starting to get on my nerves. It smells delicious. Just smells like a great cup of coffee. You know?
It's just got so much of a bite. To me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird the way that the carbonation moves across your tongue, because there's not much there.
No.
It seems to move along the outside edges and leave the middle of your tongue all smooth and creamy.
I don't think we've said it, but 6.5%. Well, really high, 11 IBUs.
Yeah,
top.
Probably top notch.
Most bitter beer we've ever had.
Can confirm. So, you get closer here. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's pretty good.
Should we rate it now?
Probably.
That way, then we just don't have to worry about it.
That's a good idea. I'm for that idea. How does it look? It's a very intricate looking beer, I know. Would you say it's clear? Or...
It looks pretty clear, if you hold it up to the light. You can also see the more red tones of the Scotch ale.
Yeah.
Though when it's not against the light, it looks like a dark soda.
Black, yeah.
So maybe cherry Dr. Pepper.
Ooh, that's nice. That's
what I'm
good.
gonna call it.
That's a solid, accurate notation there. Foam was almost non-existent.
No, yeah, it went quite quickly. I thought you said phone, and I was like, phone is what?
Foam.
No, I got it now. I got it.
How does it smell?
Isn't this your job? Isn't your job to stick your nose in it and stuff?
I did that last week before. Wasn't a great time. Ooh, I'm getting...
furthering our ASMR podcast.
Oh, it almost happened again.
Very coffee. Very coffee.
Yeah. Little oaky.
Okay.
Getting some of that in there.
Yeah, I would say it smells a lot more like chocolatey than it tastes.
Yes, I 100% agree. It doesn't taste super chocolatey.
Like it tastes more caramely than it does chocolatey, but the smell, like because the coffee is so strong, I think you really get a lot of those coffee notes.
I agree.
So that's how I'm feeling.
No, I'm right there with you.
What do you think about the taste? Taste.
It's a very mild beer. I mean, it checks out. It's not super alcohol potent. It's not super bitter. It's a very. The first thing I said when we opened this, I don't know if it's on the podcast or not, but is like is very much like tastes like a very good mixture of a porter and a Scotch ale, in the sense that it's very like light and like smooth like a Scotch ale, but then you have those like bitter and coffee notes and like kind of a little bit of hoppiness going on there, kind of more like a porter. So I definitely get some. Well, maybe that was the whiskey. Now I'm getting these mixed up.
Yeah, I haven't had any of the whiskey yet. It's just getting real watered down for me. But
Sick, dude.
Whatever.
I think it's got a woody taste to it too.
I'm not getting a lot of the oak notes.
I don't know, man.
Let me see if it's a combination.
Like take a sip of that.
Yeah, and then
let it chill for a while, and then take some more. Yeah. I don't know. Because that's very vanilla-y, I think, that whiskey.
Yeah,
Which is nice. It's good.
it's one of Elizabeth's and my dad's favorites
Uh-huh.
because it's very vanilla-y.
Checks
like
out.
the sharper kind of bites.
I like it. It's good whiskey. Like I said before, I've never had it, but it's very tasty. Yeah, it's got a bit of woodiness to it as well, but I don't know about the beer. You can't judge that one. I mean, process it, but then go for a couple more drinks because you really still got a lot of whiskey. Yeah, because you still got a lot of whiskey on you right now. I've only taken that one drink of whiskey. That was my second. So.
And I think it's the whiskey, dude.
You really think? I only had the one sip.
I don't think it is completely from a taste perspective, but like after I had the whiskey and I'm having this, the bite has calmed down a little bit more, so it feels a little more smooth.
Right.
So
I
can kind of see what you're talking about.
We might totally fuck this up because of the whiskey.
No, but I think that's fine because, I started off like I drank half of it without the whiskey, but also I think it's a good pairing, which is why I brought up the whiskey thing in the first place.
Yeah.
We only have these two.
Right.
But B, I don't know if I could drink two of these.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. It is pretty sweet.
And very strong. It's pretty, it's really, I actually really like it. It's really good.
Yeah.
But by itself, I don't think I could drink a couple of these. It's just not my style. Maybe if you really like coffee and Scotch ales and porters and stuff, you'd probably really like it. And could drink more of it. I can't do a lot of dark beer at once. Even though I'm getting into it, I just can't do a lot of it.
Makes sense. I mean, obviously, the more you get into it, the more you'll probably be able to do. But, I mean, that being said, I've liked dark beers for a while. I thoroughly enjoy like a brown ale or a porter. I don't love a lot of stouts. Those tend to have at least for me, in my experience, they've gone two different directions. One, they go way too sweet, and I can't drink a lot of it, and then I'm drunk already, which is great.
But really heavy.
Yeah, so I just can't really have much of that. Or two, they go in the other direction, is just real dark and real burnt tasting, where they're too bitter for how dark and sweet that it is.
But not like hops bitter, like...
Yeah, like a burnt bitterness. Yeah. It's weird. So that's like the two directions that I typically see them go, and there are a few that I love. There's a lot that I can drink that I'm fine with, but...
Yeah, I remember the first Guinness I had.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
And I just didn't, like... Because I wasn't really into beer then.
Same, and I hated it.
I was just so caught off guard. Didn't like it. I was like, this isn't what beer is. Yeah. It's not this thick, creamy, pretty sweet thing. And I was so taken aback.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was right there with you. I fucking hated it the first time I had a Guinness, which was like my first experience with a dark beer.
But it's also funny because I had friends who, like, that's all they drink. They're like, oh, I'm really into dark beer. Like, Guinness is the best and stuff like this. And I was like, oh, cool. Guinness is probably pretty good then, or, stouts or whatever.
So you had a very open mind going into it.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be good. I'm interested to see what it's like.
Yeah.
And then you were like, this fucking sucks.
Not my thing.
We've also talked about it before where, like, outside of beer, you just don't love sweet things.
Yes.
It's too, I mean, for lack of a better phrase, I guess, it's too sharp on your palate. Like,
it is, yeah.
So when transferring that over to beers, like, of course you're gonna fucking hate that kind of stuff.
Like on Friday, tomorrow for us,
yes.
A few days ago for you guys, well, except for the people who are watching it live, whatever.
Chat!
Tomorrow for Twitch, you and your girlfriend are coming over. We're having a few people over making food and dessert. And the dessert I'm making is a bittersweet chocolate tartufo.
Thought you were going to say symphony. Go on.
Bittersweet symphony. No. Demonetized! Bittersweet chocolate tartufo with olive oil gelato, which does not sound sweet in any means. I mean, it's a little sweet, but like... We'll see. I've never made it before, and I don't bake. I don't know if this classifies. Does like making ice cream count as baking?
Yeah, to me, all dessert is baking.
Thank you.
So
I agree with that, and that's how I determine it. I'm like, I was making it yesterday, and because you have to prepare so much shit, and ahead of time.
Yeah.
I was telling Elizabeth, I'm like, this is your job. I'm not supposed to be baking.
Right.
I don't bake. I cook meat.
Yeah.
That's it.
Very well.
And she's like, that's not baking. And I'm like,
of course it is. Don't you see this chocolate?
I'm whisking ingredients right now. Like that's
it's one of the steps, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's part of baking. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm right there with you 100%. Any dessert, I just categorize it as baking. You're either baking, cooking, or grilling.
Okay.
I do separate those two, cooking and grilling.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Grilling is like pretty exclusive to something that you'd cook on a grill.
Right. And you could be really good at grilling and suck at cooking, and vice versa. Be great at cooking, but suck ass at grilling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the middle of both of those. Very mediocre at both.
I'm pretty good at cooking and grilling. I do not have the patience or like know-how for anything baking.
Mm-hmm.
Like the idea that I have to be like very precise on ingredients and like follow recipes.
Yeah,
and,
I don't like
I'm
that.
just like I just kind of want to do my own thing and make shit up as I go.
I like to eyeball it.
Yeah,
that's how I roll.
Yeah,
because even if I'm working off a recipe, if I'm cooking something, it'll be for that first time. Any time after that, I make it again. I just eyeball it.
Even the first time, I get like halfway through, and I'm like, I've read this. I know what the fuck I'm doing. And I turn off the recipe, and then like I get 3/4 of the way through it, and I'm like, oh shit, I should probably look at this. I forgot what that is.
Yeah.
And I open it, and I'm like, ooh, yep.
Should have added this.
Didn't do that right.
We'll see.
I added 4 cups of water instead of 3/4 cup of water. Yeah, I don't have patience for it.
I understand. Yeah. I don't know. When it comes to cooking, I think I have some patience with that. I don't know. It's kind of soothing just to like chop everything up and prep everything and then just like throw it all together and make something fucking delicious. I mean, you can at least relate to that last part.
Yeah.
So once you get to the end, there. It's like, damn, that was worth it because this is so damn good. You gotta slide it.
Anyways, yeah, I know.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember. I just don't remember every time. We should finish talking about this beer.
Yeah. Anything left in the taste? I don't know, man.
I'm gonna say there is a bit of a cherry to it, actually.
I was thinking about that earlier. I couldn't decide.
I'm gonna say cherry. It's just on my mind.
All right. Feel we've kind of glazed over this throughout this whole process here. You know,
it's got, yeah, I think the biggest note on the feel is that it's very clean, has the bite similar to a soda. I think there's like a light carb to it I can taste.
Yeah, very light carb.
But that's, I mean, it does have like a, so we typically reserve the syrupy. Oh, do we add caramely to the taste, by the way?
No, it is definitely.
Yeah. Similar to the feel, it does have like kind of a caramel
Similar to the taste.
coat to it.
Yeah.
The feel. That's why I say similar to the taste. It has like a kind of a caramel feel.
I'm gonna say caramel coat.
Yeah, it's not like a double IPA where it's like, oh, my mouth is coated in like thick hop syrup. Not like that. It just has like a little something.
Like a caramel jacket. Like a caramel windbreaker.
Windbreaker, yeah. Caramel windbreaker. Ooh, got one better for you.
Go on.
A caramel cardigan.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
This shit's so hipster. How do you feel? How do you feel about it overall?
I feel like it's a
No answer's wrong.
nice day for a light sweater.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
A cardigan! It was just stuck in my head and I was like, don't do it, Levi. Don't do it.
Why would you not do it?
Don't do it. And then I was like, I gotta do it.
I gotta do it. Always.
Let me look at our rating scale. I need to...
I understand. You gotta really visualize the words and the numbers, and I can relate to you.
I'm going to give it a 3.63. Good. Middle of the road, good. I enjoy it. I like coffee. It's probably a little bit sweet for me, but for like it being like a Scotch ale, which I typically don't like because they're a little more sweet for me. Obviously, this is sweet for me as well. But for it being a Scotch ale, I enjoy it. I like it. I think it's good. I might rate it higher if I enjoyed the style of beer more. But I like it.
I feel that. I think I'm just gonna go with a 3.5. Also good. It's a really good beer. I agree with you. Scotch ales are hit or miss for me. Usually closer to the missing side of that, but
yeah, you have a little more experience here, so you can kind of
but I think the redeeming factor of this for me at least is the coffee part of it.
Yeah,
in where, like I said, like that kind of almost gives it a porter feel, and I do thoroughly enjoy porters. So this is very interesting to have like a mixture of like a porter and Scotch ale. It's very creamy, which is nice. Kind of gives it that like nitro feel to it almost, but still has like enough carb to be there, if you will. So it's good. It's 3.5. What I think the only thing, I say the only thing that's kind of a big part, I guess, what would make it better for me is if it just had a little bit thicker of a body.
I agree.
And yeah, I don't mean that to say like I don't want it to be more sticky and more sweet. I just want it to have a little bit more substance in the middle there. I think that would really put it over for me.
I think it would help round out the bite that it has a little bit too.
Yeah.
Turn it less cola-y and more, like a little more creamy.
Yeah. You could do that, or you can make it more like if they barrel aged this, be fucking fantastic. Like make it more like whiskey like, if you will. That'd be really good too.
Barrel aged in whiskey barrels, that's pretty nice.
Down.
Yeah, I agree with everything. And kind of on that, your first point, if it didn't have the coffee notes, if it was just the Scotch ale by itself, probably be a lot lower for me.
Yeah, wouldn't love it.
Yeah,
wouldn't love it. Be really light without it.
Yeah, maybe low 2s, upper 1s even. Like it just the coffee really, which is saying something about the beer, because a lot of people are like, oh, this is I don't know. It's kind of hit or miss for me on taste, right? Like sometimes breweries will be like, oh, this is a peach IPA, and then it just punches you in the face with peaches, and I'm like,
we say that about a lot of like orange or like tangerine.
Like tangerines.
IPAs.
Yeah, they just overdo it.
Punch you in the face. It's disgusting.
This has like a really good amount. It's definitely heavy on the coffee.
Yeah.
But I think because it's such a light beer, they can get away with that.
Yeah.
Whereas IPAs, they're a lot heavier, a lot thicker bodies, and then you add, like peach or tangerine to that, it's like you're just killing me with all the
it's too much.
Yeah, stuff going on.
You need to dial something back. No, I totally agree. So I opened the little tasting notes thing they got there, and they got nothing on it. At least Untapped didn't. They just said it's a dark, smooth ale with a slightly sweet coffee finish. That's all they said about the actual flavor. So
we nailed it.
I don't know.
Did their website not have anything on?
I don't know. They might have. I didn't. I looked earlier and I was looking for a porter, so I didn't see anything.
Fair enough.
It doesn't exist.
ColdSmoke Scotch Ale. What? Different label now than what we have.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like a red label rather than this white coffee-like thing going on.
Our flagship beer and biggest award winner.
Interesting.
ColdSmoke is a dark, smooth ale with a slightly sweet coffee finish. There you go. Named after the light bottomless powder that falls in Montana, ColdSmoke is the transcendent powder experience created by skiers and boarders.
That's what they said on Tattoo. Nothing. That's the only thing they said about the flavor.
We also sometimes refer to it as the gateway beer. Light macro beer drinkers find this an easy transition to craft beer because of its smooth and delicious flavor.
I could see that. Especially, it's very smooth and very light, so I could see like anybody liking this.
Yeah, especially if you like coffee.
Right.
If you're not a fan of coffee, probably won't like it.
I will love it.
But yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. So I had a thought. Well, so at work...
Dangerous.
I know. And so I was at work. This is not long after I started, actually. They're like giving out all these succulents to everybody. And I was like, what the shit? I didn't get one. Where'd you guys...
Rude.
Yeah, where'd you get these
Rude.
fucking succulents from?
Rude.
I know. And so then Nikki is all like, oh, here, you can have mine. I'm killing it anyways. I'm like, all right, cool.
Cool, but I would also like my succulent, please.
Exactly. And so I took it, but then I was like, I just need to get better plants. I'm like, I just want like a small tree. And then I was like, oh man, how cool would it be to just have like a pineapple on my desk growing? So I started looking into it. Like,
I thought you were going to say like a bonsai tree and you're going to get little scissors.
Well, that'd be cool too, but I'm not that into it.
Yeah.
I would make it look like shit. I wouldn't.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Dude, you could build a penis.
Alright, I might be getting a bonsai tree soon.
You could shape it into a penis and wait to see like how, like, if anyone notices, like how long you can go.
Don't say anything.
How long you can go.
Like, don't do it all in one go. Just like every day, just like trim a little bit at a time. And
Yep. Someone walks by. Nick, your tree is looking a little phallic.
Giving off a real dick vibe.
Get cocky.
Excuse me? But I got to thinking, and I feel like it doesn't exist, but how cool would it be to have, like, little mini trees that just grow a fruit on them? Like, you just grow it up, and it just, like, blooms one apple, and you just pick it off, and...
That'd be so unsatisfying.
But it'd be awesome!
Like, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, how unsatisfying would that be?
No, I would love it. I just want it to grow fast, I guess.
Yeah.
It just needs to grow fast.
That's what
I need to have multiple harvests per, like, season.
And throughout the year.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Per season, I need, like, multiple harvests. Like, I'm not trying to just have one apple from that one tree once a year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it sounds so unsatisfying.
I don't know. The logistics aren't quite there yet. Science still needs to catch up. But I think we can do it.
Don't pineapples take, like, years?
I don't fucking know.
Like, forever. You're the fan of pineapples.
Just because I like something doesn't mean I know everything about it.
I don't understand that sentence.
Tell me about this. Do you enjoy having light in your life?
No.
Swear to God.
I don't.
I knew you were in a fucking...
I know, because I don't. I turn off all the fucking lights all the time.
God, these lights are... One of our fucking props is a light bulb.
I know, because we have a podcast.
God damn it.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I don't feel the need to know everything about pineapples. I don't eat them that often. I just do like them.
Oh, do you feel the need to know everything about cocktails? I got a book for you.
Yeah, actually, I had gone through that phase, and thank you. I watched a lot of YouTube videos that didn't do much good for me.
You want to learn about coffee?
Yep, been there too. I would like to learn more about that, actually. I actually know a shit ton about coffee already, but that's fine. But so that was my thought at work, and I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool.
I think you should pursue it.
Yeah, I just feel like it'd be cool to be chilling there and just having like a tree there with one apple hanging from it on your desk.
If you, like, what would be your, like, you get one tree, what's your tree? Or plant. It doesn't have to be like a tree, it could be anything.
You know, it'd be cool if it was like a tree, and it'd be great because they're smaller. If the tree and its branches, if it like extended like a foot or so, just had like a bunch of strawberries or blueberries growing from it. Because then one harvest, you get a bunch.
Yep.
So that's a good idea.
See, I was thinking strawberries as well. Another
Strawberries
good one, I think, would be raspberries. I really like raspberries.
Raspberries are nice. They would aesthetically would look very nice hanging from a tree like that. That'd be nice.
I don't know what I would pick if I because it's a magic tree, right? So you get, like you said, it grows quick.
Yep. Very.
How fast are we thinking? Like one a day, one a week?
Yeah, one a day.
One a day. That's a really fast growing tree.
It's magic. We've already decided
it's magic,
that.
Yeah. So you get one harvest a day.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's a bit much. Then it's not like special anymore. 1 a day, whatever.
You can go 1 a week. I understand that. That's fine. Once a week is fine.
I'm just trying to be a little more realistic.
Yeah, once a week is fine. You know, you put in some work, you get some payoff, and but then you don't have to wait too long till your next go around.
1 a week.
What day of the week? Because you could start your week off good.
Yeah.
Or you could, but then you'd have a shit rest of your week.
All right. This isn't my answer, but I'm going to throw one out there for you.
Okay.
A coffee tree, and it's just enough to brew your favorite kind of coffee.
Once a week?
Yep. But you get, like, fresh coffee.
For a week?
But you got to roast it. No.
See, that'd be cool if you were able to harvest enough coffee for the week. So you only harvest once. So you got to put in the work for the next week's brew.
It sounds like a lot of, like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, it sounds like a big tree at that point.
Oh. Just have 1 cup a day.
I know, that feels like a lot of coffee.
How many beans are in 1 coffee cherry?
I don't know.
I need to know this.
The book is written. I don't know if they go that detail.
Hey Siri, that doesn't work on this. Yeah. I don't know that. I do know that the cherry is delicious.
I want to order like green coffee and like go through the entire process.
What? You want what?
Like roast coffee. Like I want to like go through the entire process of coffee.
Oh.
I want to do it all. That'd be cool.
Oh my god. Every cherry usually just has 2 beans in it. Christ.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
That's nothing.
I'm gonna go yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
That's a big yeah from me.
Oh, alright, yeah.
But you get 1 cup of coffee or espresso
Yeah.
per week that's like hand-picked, roasted, ground by you. So I think that's pretty good.
That'd be pretty nice. I can get down with that. I would like that.
And coffee actually lasts a while prior to the roast.
Right. Yeah, because it's just a bean. Like,
I mean, even roasted coffee lasts a while. I mean, it gets more acidic or whatever, but like it does last kind of a while.
yeah, it lasts a bit, and it's actually also
Like, I mean, how long since the coffee at work has been roasted, do you think?
oh god,
Like months?
months at least.
At least months?
if not a year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, yeah,
We use Kirkland, though, right?
I don't know.
I think we use Kirkland's.
I do not know. I'm not.
I don't know.
Coffee at work.
I know nothing about the Kirkland brand, but typically Kirkland has pretty good, is like a good brand.
You know, now that I work there, where do we pick back up with getting an espresso machine at work? You know, I don't care that you have one at your home. I don't live here, okay? I don't live
Or work here.
Or work here. So how do we pick that issue back up? How do I make that happen?
I could not tell you.
No one wants that to happen?
I think there's like 7 people at work that want it to happen.
That's not a lot. Especially considering everyone will break it.
Yeah.
Like, no one is going to know how to do that, probably, except for, like, 3 people.
Yeah, there's like 3 of us that properly know espresso machines.
Right.
Um,
And even if you know how to do it, then you got to remember to, like, clean it after every use. Like, you have to take all the spent grounds out and clean the wand if you were, like, I literally just forgot the word steamed. Steaming milk. All that shit. So.
I think you find like 5 to 10 people.
Uh-huh.
Or we find like 5 to 10 people.
Yeah.
And we get like a small form factor machine like the one that I have.
Well, even if everyone puts in, if you get 10 people, everyone puts in $20, that's $200 machine right there that you can get. And that's a pretty, like, for just like...
Well, so the machine that I have is like $500, and it has the grinder, steam,
Yeah, but you know,
what I mean?
yeah, I don't know. You could get a shittier grinder.
I know you could get a shittier grinder,
especially for espresso where it's just being ground up really fucking fine. It's not like a pour over where you want a very, very specific. Yeah, well, everyone who's into coffee just like gasped and shit their pants when I said that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you need to be specific to fuck all that. I know altitude and air pressure.
What's up, Evan? We probably missed you. We did.
Oh, friend! He's gone now?
Probably.
Fuck!
Well,
comment back in the chat if you're still here. Whatever your name is. Do we know this person?
I don't know. End in 7. Hey, what's up? First time here.
Oh, dude. First time watcher, second time listener. Dope.
Dude, we could probably turn on, like,
notifications.
Sounds for that.
Yeah.
And probably get an app that's just our chat, and then...
An app?
Yeah.
That'd be good. We need to promote this a little more. I feel like we have fallen off with that. I think we talk about this every week.
Every week.
Every week.
I'm going to move past it.
We're both pretty busy, so.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That meme today was really fun you sent me, for the record. Made me laugh really hard.
Nick is trying to get me to go hiking, and I sent him a Pirates of the Caribbean gift of Is that Barbosa?
Barbosa, I think.
Yeah, saying he's a little busy at the moment.
Yeah, I'm a little busy at the moment.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
I'm glad you laughed because I'm not like super busy at work, but like outside of work, I'm incredibly busy.
Right.
So like, and you know that, but I was like, I just thought it was ironic. You were like, I thought you might laugh because I'm not super busy at work.
Oh, no. Yeah.
But like outside of work, I'm
right.
Crazy.
Yeah. No, that's 100% why I laughed for that reason. But, and so that's the thing too, and that's why I say ASAP, because it's like the season is very abruptly seemingly coming to an end.
Dude, summer's almost over.
I know.
It's great.
No. Not.
I always say it's great in August because like right around mid-July, I get like probably 3 weeks into July, I get slammed for the rest of July and all of August immediately. All like my next month and a half is booked out.
Crazy.
So we have like 5 or 6 weekends in August this year.
Yeah.
I literally have something going on each of those weekends.
Yeah. It's nuts.
I'm so excited for like a proper day off where I don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like with anybody. Sorry, I don't want to hang out with you that day.
No, I know. Honestly, so Renee and I were talking about this weekend, and we're like, well, you know, and I actually didn't even ask you guys. Well, I mean, you said it was fine, but I didn't like confirm with you guys that's what we were doing yet. We were talking. We're like, you know, we could go back to Hera for the weekend and chill and do nothing, which would be great. Yeah, because like as much as we love hanging out too and everything, it's like it'll be nice to like just have a weekend to do literally nothing. And I'm not one to do that, so for me to say that, it's like
I mean it's been weeks where we're like go.
Exactly. So that would be nice, but it's a further drive to go from here east than it is from the mountains to go east rather than mountains to go here.
Yep.
To come here is a lot shorter of a drive. And then on top of that, whatever day it would be, we'd basically only be going over there for like a day and then driving back to then wake up and drive back out this way to go to work the next day.
Yeah.
And so it makes a lot more sense for us to then just stay out here.
Yeah. And since you're out here on Friday night anyways, it's like...
Right.
Then you could like not have to worry about driving back.
Oh my gosh, yeah! Friday night we'd have to drive from here to Hera.
Yeah,
so that would suck ass.
Pain in the ass.
No thanks. I've done that once, and that was when I was visiting that one time, and I flew into Seattle, and we hung out at Elysian.
Mm-hmm.
And so I literally like flew in. We got lunch, and then met you guys at the brewery.
Yep.
And my day had started at like buttfuck in the morning. And then, like, hung out with you guys till buttfuck at night, and then drove the, like, 2.5 hours back to Yakima area.
No, even
so
when I went,
sucks.
like, when you were first out here and I went to visit you at Veilbreaker.
Yeah.
Out there, like, and I drove back. No, it wasn't, like, in the middle of the night or anything, but, like, I mean, 7, 8 o'clock or whatever it was.
To drive, dude.
Still 3 hours of, like... driving in the middle of the night.
You're almost falling asleep. Just like it's not late, but like you're just
there's like without the views.
Exhausted.
I mean, it's just because it's not a traffic type. Where you just don't pay attention to anything for like 3 hours. It's like it's 100%. So killer, especially by yourself or like someone's asleep or whatever. It's just like oof.
It's rough. It really is. So, I don't know why we were talking about that, but.
I don't know either. Oh, we were just talking about like having a weekend where like we can relax and just not do anything.
So I mean, all that being said, though, I would love to get a hike in this season rather than having to wait all the way till fucking May or June for all the snow to clear out.
So September is my ideal hiking time because it doesn't get as hot.
That's true.
August, I have a real hard time committing to hikes, like the bachelor parties that I'm going to is next weekend, and I'm like, guys, we can't do any big hikes. I cannot do it. I will die.
It's so hot. Aside from today, it's been very hot.
Yeah. So, and pretty humid this summer, actually.
Yeah.
So
not bad for me compared to where I'm from.
Yeah, not bad for you. But come September, like hiking in like 45 to 55 degrees in the like early in the morning is so nice.
Yep. So down. Yeah, we'll have to make that happen, honestly.
We'll do it, for sure.
It's literally since I was but a wee boy and climbing up Rainier and making it so close to Camp Muir. Even as a kid, I was like fucking pissed as shit that we just didn't keep going. I'm like, guys, it's like right over that snowfield. Like, it's right there. And we didn't make it. So
that's the motivation. You need to redeem that childhood memory.
100%.
Got it.
100%.
It's like, why does he want to climb on Mount Rainier so bad?
It's very specific that I want to make it to Camp Muir. And then after that, I don't give a shit what I do. I literally don't even care.
So gotta make it to Muir.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Number one goal in life.
Right now, yes.
Got it.
Yep. So. But
How far is Muir from wherever you park?
Like mile-wise?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think it's just above 10,000 feet. Pretty sure. But I don't know mile-wise how much it is. We'll find out in September when we go. But couldn't tell you. Been drinking a lot of shitty coffee lately, and
lots of Starbucks, I've noticed.
Yeah, it is what it is, but because it's just I'm leaving the house at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
and so that's like probably the first place that's open on the way to work.
There's probably some places in North Bend, right?
That's where I go.
You go to
Starbucks in North Bend. That's the closest Starbucks going to work.
There's a coffee place that we tried to go to, or thought about going to, North Bend.
Yeah, I mean, I could look up when it opens, and at least
I will
try.
look it up. I know. So the coffee shop itself isn't open.
Hey, why don't you shut up out there, fucking bitch?
But the drive-through is open, which is kind of weird.
It is odd.
I think it's in North Bend. I don't know.
Very odd. I've been wanting to go to the outlets there. Don't know why. Just think it'd be cool. I also need some new shoes. I'm tired of wearing fancy shoes every day because it's all I got. I fucking said shut up! There's some guy locking his car or honking his horn out there if you can't hear. And I'm not having it because he's ruining a great podcast.
So Pioneer opens at 6 a.m.
In North Bend?
In North Bend.
Perfect. I get there between 6 and 6:10.
That's not the one I was thinking of.
Is it really far off the highway?
Uh,
Because that's another thing to take in consideration. That I have to leave there like 10 minutes early if it is.
It is a little bit off the highway.
Yeah, so that's really not that worth it to me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it'd be better coffee,
but
about the same price. And
yeah.
at what cost, man? At what cost?
At what cost?
Ugh.
Fair enough.
Sleep, bro. Even today, I'm like I love, like, after the podcast, like, just kind of chilling, you know, not really being in a rush to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like, I just want to fucking get home and go to bed. God damn it. But I'm not in a rush to, like, go get back in my car.
Yeah.
For the fucking, like, third time today.
Yeah, you guys didn't move out here, dude.
I know. Hurry up. All right. It's all right. I know.
Do you also have the same problem where, like, you could stay here till, like, 8 o'clock. Get to your house at, like, 9:30. Probably should go to bed since you got to get up at, like, 5:30. But you just came from, like, doing something. Now you're kind of wired. Now you got to, like, take an hour and a half to wind down and, like, chill.
Yeah, probably not that long. But, yeah, I definitely can't go straight to bed. And then, like, it's a matter of, like, you know, I probably got to poop. Like, you know, that takes a little while. If I ate or not yet, like, I definitely want to eat. Sometimes I want another beer. Sometimes I want to watch something, but then it's like, I know I shouldn't because I need to go to bed.
Yeah. And you can't fall asleep watching something, right?
Not very well, no. And plus, too, like, even if I did that, like, I don't want to, like, fall asleep on the couch. Like, that's going to give my neck, like, the biggest cramp in the world for the next day.
You have your iPad, your phone.
Yeah, I do. But if I'm, like, alone in my room and it's quiet, like, I can't, I have a hard time falling asleep to that because my problem is I start, like, watching it and getting involved. Even if it's something I've seen a million times, it's, like, that's almost even worse because I know it's funny or I know it's good and I, like, want to, like, watch it and, like, listen for those funny parts again. And
I'm just out.
Yeah, I can't.
So fast.
In fact, I used to listen to music all the time when I went to bed. And I know we're the opposite in that sense where, like, that's what keeps you awake.
Cannot do that.
Because you pay attention to that. So I used to do that, and especially I was getting into a lot of, like shit, I don't know how you describe it, the kind of music. Very...
I don't know, you haven't said anything about it.
I know. Just very, like, guitar swell kind of stuff. Ambient, that's what I'm looking for. Very ambient, like, guitar music. There's one dude, he, like, goes by, like, lowercase noises. Fan-fucking-tastic music. Like, there's very ambient guitar stuff. He'll add in, like, a piano or, like, some drums sometimes. But, yeah, very nice. And so that was, like, great to fall asleep to. And then I was, like, either watching something or listening to something, and they're all like, it's not good to fall asleep to things like that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense, because then if you're not in your element where you have those available, you're not going to sleep very well. So I stopped listening to music, and I feel like I've been sleeping better, and I don't have as bad of a problem sleeping in foreign environments, if you will, as I used to. I don't know, man. You're right. Fuck me.
Science.
I'm just saying. That was my experience. So, yeah. All that to say, yes, I can't just go home and fall right asleep. It is difficult and it sucks. So, yeah, I'll stay here till like 8, 9 p.m. because it's like, A, I'm not in a rush to get anywhere. B, like, I don't want to go anywhere. Like, I've already had a lot of driving and a whole work day. Like, I just want to fucking chill. So...
I get it.
Yeah.
Like, we get back from church on Tuesdays.
Oh, yeah, dude. How was it this Tuesday?
It's good. Yeah. And we got actually back home earlier than normal, so we got here at like 11:30 midnight.
That's pretty good.
We work at 6 a.m. the next day.
That's pretty standard for us.
But it's pretty, like, difficult. Like, you get back at 11:30, come back from, like we were playing darts at the bar, and... Yeah. Had a couple drinks, and it's like, okay, now I got, like, especially since we live so close, like, even the drive isn't a wind down, right? Because it's like, it's 5 minutes away.
Right.
And it's like, I get home and I'm like energetic, and like it's midnight and I'm energetic. I'm working 6 hours.
Yeah. It's not a good combination.
No, not really. But,
you guys just, I mean, you just gotta get to a point where you don't hang out afterwards.
It's a lot of fun.
I know that.
So it's just like...
Dude, you're talking to the guy who's probably just as equally as let's fucking go do something as you are.
Yeah, so like you tell me that we're not going to go. Like, you go to church with us, and you tell me we're not going to hang out afterwards. They're going to be like, we're going to go out to this place, and you're going to be like, they got beer there? They're like, yeah. And you're like,
I was tired by the beer. I can't not go.
I'm trapped by the beer.
It's not even our choice at that point.
No.
Yeah, but they got beer though? Alright, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, but you said that though?
That's exactly how you said that.
That's exactly how I meant it.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
Alright, okay.
But you said bitch? You call her bitch?
Yeah, but you said that though.
Yeah. I said bitch.
Oh man. Have you guys been watching more of that? Or just, no, not so much. I'll have to send you some of my favorites. I mean, maybe you've seen them.
I've probably seen some of them.
Yeah.
But, we don't really watch it.
One of my favorites has been the lightning in a bottle one.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, man. It's just kind of preface it. He's like, I don't know if they're friends or if it's his dealer or something. They're just chilling on the couch, high as fuck. And he's like, hey. He's like, oh, God, please no. He's like, what if? He's like, oh, here we fucking go. There's this super high dude coming up with these crazy ideas. And so it's fucking funny.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd be into it.
It's good. Honestly, we're going to watch it after this podcast.
No,
so,
probably.
Yeah. I watched Fast and Furious the other day.
Nice.
Yeah. Went over well.
We finished Stranger Things.
Ooh.
I have to say, I like the season better than season 2.
Oh, yeah.
However.
You feel the same way as me.
However.
You feel the same way as me.
They're the character progression just seems off.
Go on. Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Yes, this is going to be full spoilers.
It's been out for weeks.
Yeah, it has. Honestly, it's a shame that it took me so long to finish.
If you haven't seen it by now, you must not care enough to get it not spoiled.
The fact that I was able to watch it all, then you don't care.
Yep.
But yeah, spoiler alert, and we'll probably end the podcast after this, so you can just if you want.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. Let's just do that, right?
Yeah.
So from here on out, we're just going to talk about Stranger
Let's just
Things.
end it. Hey, thanks for watching the podcast. Goodbye. 2 beers to beers. Blah blah blah. Now we're okay. Stranger Things. David Hopper for the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Okay.
Total bitch. Drunk bitch. Which is fine after his trauma.
Right.
He turned into Tony Stark of Iron Man 3. PTSD.
Not as bad, but
but
I get what you mean.
PTSD, just downing alcohol. And then one thing happens and he's like, now I'm super badass. He Power Rangers himself.
Yeah.
And it's there's no character progression of oh, I was a drunk asshole and now I gotta slowly change and come out of that. There's no, it's just back in it, he's good. It's not if there was a combination of him okay, the situation requires it of me, but I'm still struggling with my issues and I'm gonna sneak off and grab a drink or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it just went from, okay, he's an asshole, I'm pissed off, and then they have to end it with him dying, so they have to do a quick switch in the middle so you feel bad, and it's I don't know.
I disagree a little bit. What I think it more is he's a very traditional man, right? He's very much everything's super chill, but this is how I do things. This is how things have been. This is where they're going. And so when all that went down, season 1 and 2, that really disrupted that. And then now you have these kids that are growing up, which is now something he hasn't dealt with before. Since his kid died, he's now raising this little girl who has now surpassed where his kid was. And so this is new territory for him. And on top of that, you have this other kid in who is just macking on his little girl now. And although he might not hate that, it's such a big change for him and what he wants for their relationship right now that that's just how he deals with it. He's just this drunken asshole about it. So then once things start to when shit starts to hit the fan, that's when he's okay, this is something that I know how to deal with. I know how to deal with this kind of stuff. And so he does. He just springs into action and everything's fine again because to him, he's used to this.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, I think that keeps his character very static is my issue.
So you're saying he more or less from season 1 and 2 didn't really grow from any of that.
Correct.
Okay.
Which bothers me. Because I think I think similar to Tony Stark.
He didn't digress really either.
Exactly.
Whereas
Tony Stark, he falls off a cliff in Iron Man 3 basically. He's a piece of shit in Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
He has to like learn to grow from that. And like that's the whole plot of like several movies from then on. Is like
right.
Tony Stark figuring out who he is and who he is in the world, whereas Hopper's just like season 1.
Yeah.
He's done nothing.
You've got a very long season 1, basically.
He could be pulled from Stranger Things completely and nothing would have changed.
Well, that's not true.
But you know what I mean? Like someone would have filled that role, and like he would have been
let
right?
me throw this at you. I disagree with you on that. I'll say this: you could pull all these Stranger Things events out of his life, and his life wouldn't have changed.
Yeah,
I'll say that. I'll say the reverse.
Okay.
Where all of this didn't affect him at all, basically.
Yeah.
And that is just very unrealistic. For a normal human being, it would either you'd learn from it and grow, or it would swallow you whole and you'd digress.
Yep.
Only two things that would happen.
Like, your perspective is probably correct, where he is drinking not because of his traumatic experience, but he's drinking because he's like just in the he's an 80s dude.
Yeah.
Like you said, experiencing something new.
Yeah.
With plus his traumatic experiences, but like none of that plays into like the whole like crossing into a new dimension. And
like they have him drinking for a normal reason,
not because of
all these crazy traumatic experiences that
exactly
happened, which in real life would be the more realistic answer. But you can tell that's really not why he's doing that.
So that's So it's like, to me, especially in the end, when they're like create this almost nostalgic, but like this sentimental moment of like he's gonna die.
Right.
At that point, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, I didn't. I was like, bummed
he should
because
die.
I was like, I was a little bummed.
I know you want to like him,
right?
He's a good, like you want him to be a good character. You want him to be a dynamic character, and like like you said, he's a man's man.
Maybe that is why they did it. That could be why they did it. It's nothing against, what's his name, David Harbour, something like that. No, nothing against him. Like, fantastic actor did a fantastic job.
Actor did good. I think it was
amazing.
I'm talking about pure writing.
Purely writing, yeah. It could have been that like they just didn't have a direction for him, and so they thought this is all we can do with him now, and it will affect everyone. Like, I understand. Hold me back, Levi. Hold me back! Swear to God! Obviously, everyone else who doesn't really just dive into this logically probably gave a lot of shits that he died.
Maybe.
I feel like the average person watching this show was devastated. I feel like the average person watching this show was devastated.
So I saw a lot of memes about that, and then Slurpee Dude. Russian guy.
Yeah, that was a downer for him. I
didn't care.
I grew quickly to like him.
I liked him. I didn't care.
Well, yeah, when it was all said and done, it was like, I mean, what else? What was he gonna do? That's all.
No, I'm just saying, like, all the memes were like, "Oh my God, he died." I didn't even
think like, oh man.
No, didn't care at all.
I liked the Slurpee guy. Ironically, probably more than Hopper. So,
yeah, it just, I don't know. It just, like, to me,
better than season 2.
It was better than season 2.
I thought it was pretty good. It was very entertaining.
Who's the chick in it that's dating Jonathan?
Natalia. Her name's Nancy in the show.
Yeah, Nancy. I thought she should have died in the hospital, and I would have been so happy.
Yeah, it would have been a big turn
if she died. Like, because the reason why I bring it up is, like, once she didn't die, or you realize she wasn't going to die, because I think one of the episodes ended with the monster growing in the middle of her and Jonathan.
Yeah.
But before you got to that part, once she didn't die, I was like, fuck, all these kids are invincible.
It was like a waste of an episode, the previous episode.
Yeah, I was like, these kids cannot die.
Right.
But if they killed her, Dude. They just, Game of Thrones style, ended her.
I'm being honest. I am pissed they even continued this story past season 1. That's what I've said from the beginning. So the fact...
They should have Black Mirrored it.
Yes, Black Mirror, like American... Or not Black Mirror.
Not every episode, but like every...
Like American Horror Story.
American Horror Story is a better example.
Every season was a different plot. Because
even if they followed the same strain of like...
Could have been same characters, like...
Yeah.
Just a different, like reset the clock and then just start over and do a different event.
11 throws them back in time.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares, man? I loved how season 1 ended. It had just enough mystery to like keep you wondering, but like they gave you just enough information to keep you happy with how it ended.
Did you ever watch Fringe?
Not much. A little bit.
I think you'd like Fringe because Fringe is it's.
I had a whole part of my life where I watched a lot of those type of shows.
Similar to season 1, it like is very. I mean, obviously by the name, it's very like fringe science,
mm-hmm.
and it keeps to that theme. Whereas Stranger Things has now moved very like fantasy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fantasy elements, obviously, in Fringe, but like especially later on. But the first like few seasons. I don't know. The first couple seasons are rough because it's like they're trying to set the world up. But I don't know. But Fringe is actually pretty good. I enjoyed Fringe. I think you'd like Fringe.
I went through a phase where I'd watch like Fringe and like Cold Case and all those random ass like
shows,
like FX shows, TNT shows that were like fucking like considered shit, and that's why they were on those networks.
Yeah,
but like I enjoyed them.
I mean, one of my favorite shows is Elementary, and that's very, like, cop show-esque.
I don't know. I feel like you might have shown that to me, but I've never seen it.
Sherlock Holmes. A take on Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yes.
I really like Elementary. It's one of Elizabeth and I's favorite shows.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, we should wrap this up. We stopped Stranger Things.
You're right. We're done. Thanks.
Bye.